Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Fox God Podcast, or as some people might know it as the Fox Podcast or Fox Pod. Today in the Fox God Podcast, I'm sorry, that is a tongue twister. Try saying that 10 times fast. We will be talking about what I use to make my videos, on what I use to make my podcast, necessarily not videos. But before we get into this, please make sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share on this video with your friends and family. I am working on getting the comment up there. I would have to move down the share, bring it down, and put the comment up there. Just saying. So, what I use. I actually don't use that many things. Not a lot of things that would be super professional, in my opinion. I use simple things like Safari and stuff. But today, I really just want to show you what I use. Starting off with Safari. Safari is actually, some people might not know this, but Safari is, well, a lot of people should know this. If you have an Apple device, you will have Safari on that Apple device, and you will actually be able to grab images like the Safari one. And as you can see, I kind of didn't purposely make it a perfect image because all these images come as squares. But then I have to use my upcoming device to make them into the perfect shape that I need. For instance, the podcast logo, the circle with my Minecraft face on it, is actually something that I had to search up online to obtain. After searching it up online to obtain, I actually could download the image from online, and then I would have to use my upcoming device or a program to fix it. That program, of course, would be Photoshop. I love Photoshop. Photoshop is an extremely simple device. Okay, I mean, it's not a device; it's a program. It's an extremely simple program that you can use. You literally just click the plus sign, add an image, and then you can use things like cut out and add, subtract, magic tools. I love Photoshop. But before we get into the rest of the content, I actually need to show you my devices first, because my devices do actually include, well, the next upcoming application won't make any sense if I don't show you my devices. I have an iPad Pro to search up all of my images. For instance, this was an image. And yes, I did have to Photoshop this image. I know I didn't do the best at Photoshopping this image. And I know I probably shouldn't have gotten a black image. That was definitely a dumb and a stupid move by me. I should not have gotten a black iPad, because now you only see the screen and some white dots around. I really should have changed that. I don't know why I didn't, but whatever. I actually use an Apple Pencil to edit, to edit those photos and get them perfectly. For instance, once again, we're coming back to the Photoshop. I had to Photoshop my logo into being a circle because it comes as a square, and I had to Photoshop these words. So, for instance, I'm focusing more on the words right here. If you look at the Fox God Podcast, you actually notice, look at the F. And in the little line in between, look above it, it's a little black line right there. And you can actually notice that that was actually meant to be black. That was actually meant to be the back of the image. But it's not the back of the image. It's actually simply just that. It's actually cut out. And it's the same thing with the G over here. Right here underneath, like on the side that it curves down, right above the curve on the underside, and this little thing that kind of like cuts it off, it's like a little like U. Once again, that also creates an image. Oh my god, I cannot speak today. It also creates a... It's meant to also be read, but I had to really get into detail and Photoshop that out and edit that out and cut it out, whatever you want to call it. So anyways, that is what I use my Apple Pencil with. The next device I use is a Macintosh. Mac. A Mac is where I'm currently doing this on right now. And believe it or not, the 2 programs later, cannot talk today. I really am just not keeping everything in good shape or in good order. I actually use the Macintosh device because the Macintosh device, in my opinion, is extremely simple to use. And by the way, there will be a point, maybe a week or 2, that I'd stop making videos. That does not mean I've stopped completely. That just means that I am probably transferring all my images into my brand new PC, which is going to be a Dell PC. I think. I have no clue. Unless I get up and check. It was probably going to be a Dell PC, and soon enough it will be an Alienware PC. So with that said, let's continue on with our applications. My next application that I love to use is ShareIt. ShareIt is an application that allows me to move all the images I Photoshop on my iPad Pro to my Macintosh. Did you see why I actually had to show you my my devices before I showed you this specific application? Yeah, it's confusing, correct? And when I actually move them, it's a smooth transaction, and it actually says on the side, would you like to see where these images are located? And I always say, you know what, I need to find the images, I need to put them on my desktop in order to use them. So why not go ahead and do that? Soon enough, I will actually manage to put this so it's in a folder, and it will find out my images in that folder. So yeah, that's the thing about this podcasting thing. So, the other application that I use, I don't know why I had this weirdest cut right there, is actually OBS. It's where you're seeing this right now. Is it a great recording software? Yes. For podcasting? Yes. Is it meant for podcasting? I'm sure it is not meant for podcasting, but I honestly do not care. So yeah. Next up, actually OBS, okay, I'm gonna be honest. OBS has 2 options. It has recording and streaming. Streaming. It actually puts it onto the upcoming platform in order for you all to see what it is. And it actually manages to it cuts your streams. So let's say you're streaming, and I've checked everywhere, and let's say you're streaming, it actually cuts your streams in half, and you won't ever be able to look anywhere near the end of the stream. And I'm not sure why it does that. Next up, we have probably the more famous one. It's YouTube. Come on, it's YouTube. YouTube is probably where you're looking at this video slash podcast right now in order for you to just experience it. So, if by any means you ask, how do you do this? Once again, OBS actually puts all my streams straight onto YouTube, but OBS puts all my videos into a folder that I can then upload to YouTube. By the way, I want to say something. This podcast, I am not live streaming it because it's not working when I live stream it. So what I am actually doing is I'm just simply going ahead and I am so sorry that I cannot talk today. Oh my god, I'm actually simply going ahead and putting it straight onto YouTube. I don't at all edit any of my podcast videos. If there is a mistake, well, it's a mistake that's going to stay. And I only give myself 1 shot. Soon enough, I'll actually start writing scripts for my podcast, so I don't have as many mistakes. Probably still will. But anyways, Unless you like me going non-scripted, which is a little bit more funnier for you, more embarrassing for me. Scripted is more like serious and everything, and it makes it kind of more of a proper podcast. I'm going to need topics for tomorrow. Tomorrow is Monday. I'm probably going to record tomorrow's video today, or tomorrow's podcast today, because you should know that I'm a schoolboy and I have school. So yeah, from 9:30 to 4, I actually established this in my first ever podcasting video. So yeah. Well, once again, please don't forget to subscribe, like, and comment, and share this video. I already told you, I'm working on putting that comment up there, man. Please don't forget to, especially share it to all your friends and family for this wonderful podcast. I will be a friend. Okay. This is a kind of thing that happens when you're podcasting. I will hopefully be a family friend channel, or a friendly family channel. Okay. But I will try never to curse. Sometimes I have friends there on the phone. You just can never hear them because my microphone is actually, look, I'm gonna get closer to my microphone. My microphone is actually attached to my shirt. It's like one of those microphones that get attached to your shirt, and it's actually connected in through the aux, so I can connect headphones onto this microphone right now, and I would be able to hear everything, including my friends. But I kind of don't want to. That's the thing. So yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the Fox God Podcast. I am so glad you joined us. I will definitely catch you on the next podcast, last video, maybe live stream if I manage to fix it. Thank you so much for watching. You guys are wonderful people. Stay great.